make sure. There we go. All right, that's good to go. And I just got the notification that we went live, so that's awesome. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in once again to Gentleman Octopus. We'll go over this once everybody shows up, but just wanted to say thank you for sticking by us. We've had to take a little bit of time off, not from our own choosing or anything, just a lot of back-to-back projects and deadlines and commitments and is basically what it was.
And all the other things.
So felt it was probably a good idea to just take a little bit of time and get all that stuff right so that we could come back and bring you the best game possible. And I'm pretty excited about this one. It should be a really good game. I'm happy with the material that came out. And I'm happy with being back, frankly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here is the answer sheets. Here are, rather, the answer sheets for Twitch. I'm opening YouTube right now. So, there you go. And YouTube. Boom. Awesome.
And Facebook is in already.
I see we have a few viewers already. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. And I tried to say jumping in and joining in. Jumping in. Derby derby derby. Furdy hurdy furdy hersker. Yeah. But, yes, thank you very much for joining in, everybody. We're happy to have you once again. We're happy again that everybody's sticking by us, too. I know that it's been a bit of a delay, but
just a bit, yeah.
No one's happier to be back than we are. So just want you to know that. Here are the supporters we'd like to thank. I'd like to say thank you, as always, to Gwen Abrams, Adam Francois Watkins, and Rachel Schumann. I'd like to say thank you to Michelle Martin, to Claire Fisher and Will Gilbert. Thank you, Gail Angeles, Stephen Glassman, and Mark Dawson. Thank you to Jerome Vered, Adam Connor, and Carrie Bonnell. Kent Buxton, Marnie Helfrich, and Lindsay Henry, thank you. Jordan Lax, Dan Fitzpatrick, thank you very much. And Sarah Ann Rapp, thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do. Sarah is a partner of the Octopus and partner of mine, and she has once again contributed a question to tonight's game. And she's definitely a big part of why we're able to make this happen, or at least why I'm able to make my part happen, rather, because this machine needs maintenance. Let me tell you.
It has been a lot the last couple months, dude.
It has been a lot, and there's some we can't even tell you about just yet, but some you probably figured out, and hopefully can get to know fairly soon. But anyway, very happy to be here. Looks like we're up to 15 viewers, so that's awesome. Much more than I expected for our first night back in a month. I'm going to hang out for just a little bit while the rest of us trickle in and get on with the rules. So if you've tuned in before, this is all old hat to you. If you've not tuned in before, hey, here's a brand new hat.
Here's a new hat. Exactly, here's a new hat.
Please submit your answers using the Google form links that have been provided on the event page. It's also the same link that I dropped into the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat, and that TJ has put in the Facebook chat. Yes?
Yes. Indeed.
Perfect. Make sure that you include your team name as well on each one of those answer forms. And only submit each answer form one time, because if you submit it more than once, our program's going to freak out and be like, there's two teams named the Spanish Inquisition?
Oh, wow, they didn't expect that.
Yeah. But anyway, make sure you only submit once. And make sure your name is spelled, spaced, and stylized the same way throughout. Otherwise, again, it is an automatic system. It's far from perfect. It'll think that, so we had a team named Too Fast, Too Furious spelled with numbers, and now they're spelled with letters. Coincidence? Must be. All right.
Let's roll.
Yeah, but anyway, make sure you take care of that. Take care of business on your end. We'll take care of business on our end. Hopefully, yeah, we will. We'll get it all handled.
Cabinet's absolute shit. We'll try to do better.
Yeah, cabinet's absolute crap. Try again next year. There's going to be 4 rounds of 8 questions. The only exception there is that the music round has been shortened from 8 clips down to 6 clips. We've done that the last 4 or 5 times we've gone out. It's definitely given us a little bit more flexibility in picking out themes. So hopefully you'll start
shortening the game a little bit so we don't run into, it's 11:30 and we're still doing this
on a weeknight.
On a weeknight where people have kids and lives.
Feel free to play individually or join up with others in a private chat. Each correct answer to a question is worth 1 point unless otherwise noted. By the way, just wanted to share, I've got a screenshot here, and I'm not going to show you the screenshot because it's really hard to see. But, albums, screenshots. I will try to show you the screenshot once I pull it up. It's right about here. Yeah. Not sure if you can read that at all. Trying to get it to Flexi or something like that. It says thank you, but that's where we donated $150 to Ukrainian relief. When you tuned in during our last game and contributed, I think we ended up getting 68 out of it or something like that.
Something like that.
And we just went ahead and matched it. So thank you very much for all of your help. We're going to make sure to put that up on the Octopus page so you can all see that. Ooh, Invader Steven says, Bender voice, I'm back, baby.
Not enough cigars for
Perfect. So, once again, sorry to get sidetracked, but once again, questions are worth 1 point unless otherwise noted. The exception is the music round, where title is worth 1 point and artist is worth 1 point, but not necessarily dependent on one another.
Yep.
Questions we read once and then recapped. In fact, while I'm thinking about the recap, I'm going to pull up our countdown program, so that's ready to go.
Probably for the best.
That'll save us some time. Anyway, no final question and no tiebreaker will be used unless it's a first place tie. Thanks everybody for joining us. Let's get started with round number 1. Question number 1. I'll take this one.
Sounds good.
Question number 1. Long before Mike and the Mechanics, the living year describes the 1819 Annus Mirabilis of John Keats, who wrote all 6 of his famous odes in this year, including which work that towards its end asks, was it a vision or a waking dream? The line, was it a vision or a waking dream, is one of the concluding lines to what poem by John Keats, written during his 1819 Annus Mirabilis, known as the living year. Which John Keats ode is that? That's question number 1.
Question number 2. Bagaz is the common local way of referring to what body of water that connects to the Sea of Marmara and the Sea of Azov, and is named for the mythic figure Io, who traversed it to escape Hera's pestering gadfly. Once again, Bagaz is the common... Thank you for being a pestering gadfly. Much appreciated.
No problem.
Bagaz is the common local way of referring to what body of water that connects to the Sea of Marmara and the Sea of Azov. It is named for the mythic figure Io, who traversed it to escape Hera's pestering gadfly. I'm not going to lie, I almost missed Io completely because it's just 2 letters in there.
Right.
I was like, yep.
It's easy to do. I am definitely the Socrates of this bunch, and by that I mean the Bobcat, not the Socrates.
Yep, not Socrates.
Yep.
What body of water is that? That is question number 2.
Question number 3. What NFL Hall of Famer is the only player to accumulate more than 25,000 passing yards and make more than 300 field goals during their career? Yeah. The interesting combination of 25,000 plus passing yards, 300 plus made field goals. Only one player in NFL history can lay claim to both of those statistical milestones. Yep. What NFL Hall of Famer is that? Simple as it is. That's question number 3.
Question number 4. The name's the same. What title, a single compound word in one case, 2 words in another, is shared by a 2014 UK #1 single by Chiesa, as well as a 2015 top 25 Billboard hit for Dea. Both Dea and Chiesa in the years 2015 and 2014, respectively, had the same named song. What was the name of that song that hit #1 in the UK when done by Chiesa, and the top 25 in Billboard when done by Dea? What's the name of that song? It's question 4.
Question number 5. A little bit of a wall of text, but I'm frankly proud of this question, so enjoy. February 2018 was the first month in movie history to gross $1 billion at the domestic box office. Black Panther was far and away the leading earner, but what film advertised with the tagline, "Don't miss the climax"? The conclusion to a trilogy of films that began with the adaptation of a 2011 novel was the second highest grossing of the month. So once again, February 2018 was the first month in movie history in which domestic gross for that month was greater than $1 billion. Most of that work was done by Black Panther, which was almost like $500 million on its own. But what film was the second highest earner? That film was advertised with "Don't Miss the Climax" as its tagline and served as the conclusion to a trilogy of films that started with the adaptation of a 2011 novel. What is the name of that film? That is question number 5.
Question number 6. The following slide shows the Goodfellows and the Mashees species of what usually hyphenated two-word mammal, the only arboreal member of the macropod family. So let me disappear our webcam. What is this usually hyphenated animal, the only arboreal member of the macropod family? Feast your eyes on that one, the Climby Boy. Give you a few extra seconds with that adorable creature. All right. What is the name of that animal, the hyphenated name, the only arboreal member of the macropod family? That's question 6.
Do you want to take this one?
That's fine. Question number 7. Daniel Akaka served from 1990 to 2013, making him the second longest tenured U.S. Senator from a certain state, behind what other public servant who earned the Medal of Honor during World War II as part of the Al-Nisai 442nd Regimental Combat Team? So Daniel Akaka served from 1990 to 2013, making him the second longest tenured U.S. Senator from a certain state, behind what other public servant who earned the Medal of Honor during World War II as part of the Al-Nisai 442nd Regimental Combat Team? Who is that public servant who served the longest? That was question 7.
And question number 8, a popular type of aguardiente. What Andean spirit has a yellow amber color and is a primary ingredient in a namesake sour cocktail made with bitters, lemon juice, simple syrup, and egg whites? Bitters, lemon juice, simple syrup, and egg whites make a sour cocktail named for what Andean spirit and aguardiente with a yellow amber color? What's the name of that spirit? That is question number 8.
Time for the recap. Question number 1. Long before Mike and the Mechanics, the living year describes the 1819 Annus Mirabilis of John Keats, who wrote all 6 of his famous odes in this year, including what work that towards the end asked, was it a vision or a waking dream? Was it a vision or a waking dream appears towards the end of what John Keats poem? That's question 1.
Mm-hmm. No flip-flop now.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Bogos is the common local way of referring to what body of water that connects to the Sea of Marmara and the Sea of Azov, and is named for the mythic figure Io, who traversed it to escape Hera's pestering gadfly. What is the name of the body of water in question that connects to the Sea of Marmara and the Sea of Azov, and is named for the mythic figure Io? That's question number 2.
Question number 3. What NFL Hall of Famer is the only player to accumulate more than 25,000 passing yards and make more than 300 field goals in their career? Who is the only NFL Hall of Famer to hold both of those distinctions? That's question 3.
And question number 4. The name's the same. What title, a single compound word in one case and 2 words in another, is shared by a 2014 UK number 1 single by Chiesa, as well as a 2015 top 25 Billboard hit for Dea? So both Dea and Chiesa had 2 songs that shared a title but with a little bit of a typographical difference. One is a single compound word, the other is a two-word title. What is that title? Give it to us either way. That's good.
Question number 5. February 2018 was the first month in movie history to gross over $1 billion at the domestic box office. Black Panther doing some of the heavy lifting. But what film advertised with the tagline, "Don't miss the climax"? The conclusion to a trilogy of films that began with the adaptation of a 2011 novel, was the second highest earner of the month. So what 2018 film advertised with the tagline, "Don't miss the climax," as the conclusion to a trilogy of films, was the second highest grossing in February 2018? What is that film? That's question 5.
There we go. Sorry, just a lot of text on that one.
We pulled it through.
It's okay. Question number 6. The following slide shows the Goodfellows and Matchie's species of what usually hyphenated two-word mammal, the only arboreal member of the macropod family. Here are those, as TJ put them, climby boys.
Those are the climby boys.
Those are the climby boys. Are you sure about Sea of Azov? I believe I am. It connects to the Sea of Azov, though it may not directly touch it. Let me just verify that while you're looking at the climby boy. Yes, it is connected to the Sea of Azov, although it does not directly touch it itself.
I believe the scientific name is fuzzy leaf munchers.
Fuzzy leaf munchers.
I like it.
I love it. Fantastic. And there they are. That was question number 6. TJ, question number 7.
Question number 7. Daniel Akaka served from 1990 to 2013, making him the second longest tenured U.S. senator from a certain state. Behind what other public servant who earned the Medal of Honor during World War II as part of the Al-Nisai 442nd Regimental Combat Team?
No.
Who is the longest tenured senator? The only person. I lost where I was going. Sorry.
Good.
Daniel Akaka is the second longest tenured from this state. Who is the first longest tenured U.S. senator?
Sorry about all that.
Question 7.
Yeah, I was just saying, thank Daddy, we were
come
having a
on,
good
Matt.
time.
No.
We were all having a good time tonight. Now I got that in my head.
Well.
Question number 8, as we round out our first round. A popular type of aguardiente. What Andean spirit has a yellow amber color and is a primary ingredient in a namesake sour cocktail made with bitters, lemon juice, simple syrup, and egg whites? What is the name of that aguardiente or Andean spirit? That's question number 8. Get those answers in. And I think inspired by our little bit of aguardiente there at the end, I'm going to pull in some salsa. What do we got for salsa? Stations. Afro beats. No, not quite. Chill guitar. Love bug. Oh, that's new. That's nice. Let's see. Although without lyrics, I don't know how love buggy it can be. It would be interesting. Ooh, traditional Latin. There we go. Best of luck, everybody. We'll see you soon. All right, everybody. So if you're taking a look at the leaderboard, there's a bit of a scoring issue happening right now, but we're aware of it, and we'll make sure that everybody gets the points that they've earned. For now, let's take a look at the answers.
Yep, we can at least go through the teams that are here and all that.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, so question 1. Long before Mike and the Mechanics, the living year describes the 1819 Annus Mirabilis of John Keats, who wrote all 6 of his famous odes in this year, including what work that toward its end asks, was it a vision or a waking dream? Pretty even split here between Grecian Urn and Nightingale. What one was it? It was Nightingale. Always good with the animal
and
one.
Boy, is it oding.
Yeah, that is definitely a Nightingale. It's calling attention to itself.
Question number 2, Bagaz is the common local way referring to what body of water that connects the Sea of Marmara and the Sea of Azov, and is named for the mythic figure Io, who traversed it to escape Hera's pestering gadfly. That waterway is the Bosporus.
Yep, not the Ionian Sea, but the Bosporus itself is named for, I believe it's Ox Strait is like the actual translation, or Cow Strait in some regards. But it's named for the fact that Io had to swim across it in order to escape Hera. Question number 3. What NFL Hall of Famer is the only player to accumulate more than 25,000 passing yards and make more than 300 field goals in their career? That would be the inimitable, I would say, although some people have tried. George Blanda.
Boy, did he... Have you seen the pictures of George Blanda at 45 and Tom Brady at 45?
Yes, I have. He's got the dough belly, he's got the mutton chops, he's got a lot going on.
Yeah. Question number 4. The name's the same. What title, a single compound word in one case and 2 words in another, is shared by a 2014 UK #1 single by Chiesa, as well as a top 25 Billboard hit in 2015 for Dea. Both those were called Hideaway.
Yep, let me take that down so you can all see Chiesa.
Yep. Hide away with me.
Question number 5. February 2018 was the first month in movie history to gross $1 billion at the domestic box office. Black Panther that month was far and away the leading earner, nearly doing like 50% of it itself. But what film, advertised with the tagline, "Don't miss the climax," the conclusion to a film trilogy that started with the adaptation of a 2011 novel, was the second highest earning? That is 50 Shades Freed, the final one. The one that's got the Liam Payne and Rita Ora song.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
Look, the 50 Shades movies might not have been great, but they're pretty decent.
Really good soundtracks.
Really good soundtracks, yeah.
Some good original songs came out of them.
Question 6. The following slide shows the Goodfellows and the Mashies species of what usually hyphenated 2-word mammal, the only arboreal member of the mascropod family. It was very hard not to call these the Hoppy Boys because these are the tree kangaroos.
Those are indeed tree kangaroos. Hey, I
They
just want to say thank you real quick to Claire Fisher and Stephen Glassman, who have both donated tonight.
Thank you, Claire and Stephen.
Thank you so much for supporting us again. We really appreciate that.
The tree kangaroo appreciates that leaf, too.
That tree kangaroo is just precious. All right, moving on to question number 7. Daniel Akaka served from 1990 to 2013, making him the second longest tenured U.S. senator from a certain state, behind what other public servant, who earned the Medal of Honor during World War II as part of the All-Nisei 442nd Regimental Combat Team. So, point of clarification, he earned the Medal of Honor during World War II. However, it wasn't given to him. He was given like a special service medal because they didn't want to give a Medal of Honor to an Asian man during World War II.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was given the Medal of Honor in a ceremony much later by President Clinton. That is Daniel Inouye. Daniel Inouye. He served for, I want to say, I swear it was 62 years as senator. He was there for a minute.
And question number 8, a popular type of aguardiente. What Andean spirit has a yellow amber color and is a primary ingredient in the namesake sour cocktail made with bitters, lemon juice, simple syrup, and egg whites? That would be a pisco sour.
Looks like it is 59 years.
Yep. And at Pisco is what we were looking at. Let's go through what teams we got today. Looking in the Barney bag, what we got? We've got
49.
the long-delayed Derps, Black Jaguars and Lions, non-fungible tokens of my affection. Chris Rock should have known not to say Macbeth in a theater. Third podium, Shion Webb and Team Coast to Coast and Kanye West Nile Virus.
I believe it's just Sean.
Is it Sean?
It's an Irish name.
Yeah, okay. So Sean Webb, or like Sean Bean.
No, Sean Webb's a dude.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Once again, we've got a bit of a scoring issue, but we got our tech person looking at it. Jay Borsum, shout out to you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jay.
Cheers. And going to move on to round number 2, starting with this first question. Oh, and this is the one that comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp. So cheers again. Clink those glasses. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Pull up.
Which island in the Tristan archipelago with a literal, if not always accurate name, is the only place on Earth you can almost get to see the smallest flightless bird? That's right, it's a surprise bird question.
It is a surprise bird.
But anyway, going back to the clues, what island in the Tristan archipelago with a literal, if not always accurate
What about
name?
the Isolde pair?
Now, is the only place on Earth you can almost get to see this smallest flightless bird. That is the flightless rail. And it is only at this place. What is this place? That's what Sarah wants to know. That's question number 1.
Question number 2. Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose are standards composed by what jazz pianist who inspired the musical review Ain't Misbehavin'? So, Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose are standards that are composed by what jazz pianist who inspired the musical review Ain't Misbehavin'? Who is that jazz pianist? That's question 2.
Question number 3. What historic site in Haryana, India, was the location of 3 major battles of the same name in 1526, 1556, and 1761? The first of which was won by Humayun and Babur, who founded the Mughal dynasty. The Mughal dynasty was founded by Humayun and Babur following the 1526 victory at what site in Haryana, India? This site also named battles in 1556 and 1761. What is the name of that site? That's question number 3.
Question number 4. While also known for animal paintings such as The Monkey Who Had Seen the World and A Favorite Greyhound of Prince Albert, artist Sir Edwin Landseer is probably best known for the following lion sculptures, which stand at the base of what London monument honoring a famous Briton? These lions stand at the base of what monument honoring a famous Briton? Where do you see these roar guys?
Roar guys.
Roar guys. Wasn't the best, but, we made it work.
If you have one of those optical illusions, and it's a lion, it's a shark, and you kind of blend them together, try to see which is which. Is that a Rorschach test?
Oh, no. We're going to have none of that today.
Gotta keep doing the hand thing, too.
Uh-huh. What monument are these lions in front of? That is question number 4. Moving on to question 5.
Question number 5, where we shout out our competitors. Gentleman Octopus happens to share a weekly air date with what year-round branded sporting program that has aired more than 1,500 episodes across 30 seasons and lost the only People's Choice Award for which it has been nominated? Point of clarification, it's not like a sports talk program or an analysis program or stuff or anything like that. Just want you to know it's main event stuff. Question number 5. Gentleman Octopus happens to share a weekly air date with what year-round branded sports program that has so far aired 1,500 episodes over 30 seasons and has lost the only People's Choice Award for which it was nominated? That's question number 5. Identify that program.
Question number 6. The death of Augustus and the dreams of a restored Roman Republic fill the pages of what 1934 novel of historical fiction, written and titled in the first person? So the death of Augustus and the dreams of a restored Roman Republic fill the pages of what 1934 novel of historical fiction that is written and titled in the first person? What is that 1934 novel That's question 6.
I'm jealous of you already because you get to deliver the Randy anagram.
Yes, I do. I'm very excited about it.
Question number 7. Birefringence is an optical property of a material and its ability to polarize light, based on an index named for what phenomenon, in which a wave changes direction as it passes from one medium to another. A wave changes direction as it passes from one medium to another is probably the most succinct and standard definition for what phenomenon. We're looking for the name of that phenomenon. That's question number 7.
In question number 8, it's Randy anagram time. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word, and you got a rectal sin. R-E-C-T-A-L-S-I-N, a rectal sin, and your hint is, I'd clean that thing off before you put it in your mouth there, big boy. So rectal sin, and I'd clean that thing off before you put it in your mouth, that big boy. That is your Randy anagram, and it is time for the recap.
They don't get a whole lot Randy.
They do not get a whole lot randier than that one.
Question number 1, once again, comes to you from Sarah Ann Rapp, who says, which island in the Tristan archipelago, with a literal, if not always accurate name, is the only place on Earth you can almost go to see the smallest flightless bird? Please take note of the tastefully redacted name of the location there in the bottom left.
Oh.
Tasteful indeed.
Tasteful. Yes. So tasteful.
Anyway, she wants to know, in the Tristan archipelago, what is the name for the location with a literal, if not always accurate name? The only place on Earth where you can almost get to see this smallest flightless burb. That's the burb. What's that place? That's question 1.
Question number 2, Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose are standards that are composed by what jazz pianist who inspired the musical review Ain't Misbehavin'? What jazz pianist inspired the musical review Ain't Misbehavin' and composed the standard Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose? That's question 2.
Question number 3, what historic site in Haryana, India was the location of 3 major battles of the same name in 1526, 1556, and 1761. The first of those battles, won by Humayun and Babur, resulted in the foundation of the Mughal dynasty. What is the name of that site in India that is named, or that gives its name to 3 separate battles? That is question number 3. 3.
Question number 4, while also known for animal paintings such as The Monkey Who Had Seen the World and A Favorite Greyhound of Prince Albert, artist Edwin Landseer is probably best known for the following lion sculptures, which stand at the base of what London monument that is honoring a famous Briton. These lion statues stand at the base of what monument honoring a famous Briton? That is question 4.
I'd like to write one of those questions one of these days honoring what famous Briton, and the answer would be Benjamin Britten. So there's a hint. It's not Benjamin Britten. Question number 5. Gentleman Octopus happens to share a weekly air date with what year-round branded sporting program that has aired more than 1,500 episodes across 30 seasons and lost the only People's Choice Award for which it was nominated? And once again, it's not like a sports talk program. It's not a sports analysis program. It's not like after the game with the Tampa Bay Lightning where we're going to go over all the stuff that happened. It's main event stuff. What is it? That's question number 5.
Question number 6, the death of Augustus and the dreams of a restored Roman Republic filled the pages of what 1934 novel of historical fiction written and titled in the first person? So what 1934 novel of historical fiction is written and titled in the first person and include the death of Augustus and the dreams of a restored Roman Republic?
Speaking of restoration,
Question 6, yeah.
I've been told that our score sheets are ready to go once again.
Hey, thank you, Jay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jay. Cheers as always. There we go. I'll make sure that during the break when we're evaluating the correct answers for round number 2, we take care of round number 1 as well. Question number 7. Birefringence is an optical property of a material and its ability to polarize light based on an index named for what phenomenon? This phenomenon is typically described as what happens when a wave changes direction as it passes from one medium to another. Identify that phenomenon, which again is standardly,
Yeah,
right, is defined, is typically defined, I'll say. There's got to be an adjective form of standard, right? I guess it has a standardized definition.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
All right.
Has a standardized definition as being what happens when a wave changes direction as it passes from one medium to another. Ooh, we learned something today.
We did, and now we're going to learn some more, because it's Randy Anagram time. Rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word, and you've got a rectal sin. Rectalsin, rectal sin. And your hint, I'd clean that thing off before you put it in your mouth there, big boy. Once again, rectal sin, I'd clean that thing off before you put your mouth on it, big boy. That is your Randy Anagram. They don't come a whole lot randier than that.
Well,
no. And time for you to submit your answers for round number 2. We will see you in just a few minutes. Gonna keep it rolling with some of the salsa.
Absolutely. I'm thinking about rolling with some other kind of salsa later on. Awesome. See y'all in a bit. Hey everybody, we are back and ready to go over the answers from round number 2, starting with question number 1, which came to you from Sarah Ann Rapp, who asks, which island in the Tristan Archipelago with a literal, if not always accurate name, is the only place on Earth you can almost get to see this smallest flightless bird? That is the flightless rail, and you will only find it, or rather, you won't.
You won't.
Inaccessible Island. Very interesting to see. Like nearly every team got this right. 7 of 8. That was very well done for sure. I pulled it when Sarah asked me the question. Don't know from where, but pulled it, and I thought it was a really good one. She was saying it's like a 5-day boat ride to get out there. What is this?
It's the
week. 1880s?
It's a damn week.
Oh, it'll take us a month to get out there to Paris. Well, good thing I don't have anything better to do. Anyway, TJ.
What's up?
Question number 2. Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose.
Sorry, it's going overtime. I got this. Question number 2. Squeeze Me and Honeysuckle Rose are standards composed by what jazz pianist who inspired the musical review Ain't Misbehavin'? That was Fats Waller. We had some people give us an unfortunate Fats Domino.
Yeah, we did. We got a Fats Domino. That's a feels bad, man. Sorry about that.
Gotta get your fats in order. There's your saturated. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Question number 3. What historic site in Haryana, India was the location of 3 major battles of the same name in 1526, 1556, and 1761? The first of these battles resulted in victory for Humayun and Babur, who founded the Mughal dynasty. Those would be the battles of Panipat. The first battle of Panipat was the one after which the Mughal Empire was founded.
Mm-hmm. Question number 4. While also known for animal paintings such as The Monkey Who Had Seen the World and A Favorite Greyhound of Prince Albert, artist Sir Edwin Landseer is probably best known for the following lion sculptures, which stand at the base of what monument that is honoring a famous Briton. Let me see those regal guys. That is Nelson's Column.
That is indeed Nelson's Column, honoring, of course, Horatio Nelson. Sorry to the person who said Trafalgar Square, but Trafalgar is named for a location and not a person, much less not a Briton, even though it is in Trafalgar Square where you can find Nelson's Column. So, couldn't give you credit for that one. Tough break. Question number 5. Gentleman Octopus happens to share a weekly air date with what year-round branded sporting program that has aired more than 1,500 episodes across 30 seasons and lost the only People's Choice Award for which it has been nominated? We had some guesses of Hockey Night in Canada, which, TJ always appreciates.
Saturday.
Yep.
Saturdays are hockey nights in Canada.
Oh, of course you know that.
Yeah.
We had Monday Night Football, of course, but the key there was year-round.
Yep.
What else is year-round? I mean, none of the
There's
big
been
four...
1,500 of these things. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Body's going to be going through a lot.
Including some tables.
Yeah. It is WWE Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it is.
About half of our teams got this, so kudos to you.
I was pretty happy about that question.
That was clever. I like the year-round thing. That reminded me of a Learned League question where you submit and go, fuck, you said that.
Question 6. The death of Augustus and the dreams of a restored Roman Republic fill the pages of what 1934 novel of historical fiction written and titled in the first person? Sorry.
Yep.
Gotta give a
snack warning.
Got a snack warning.
Snack warning. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here comes a snake. 1.
This is I, Claudius.
Yep, by Robert Graves. That was another one, if we're going to go to Learned League comparisons, that I felt I wrote sort of like an LL question. I think it was good. I'm going to be honest. I'm tooting my horn on this one.
I thought we did well on
I
this
think
set.
we wrote some good questions. I think we wrote some really good questions.
I thought we did well on this set. Which, after almost 100 episodes, trying to keep it fresh is the name of the game.
Absolutely. I didn't think it was hard or anything like that, but it was fun. It was nice. It was well written. It was clean. Love it. It was clean. Question number 7. Birefringence is an optical property of a material and its ability to polarize light based on an index name for what phenomenon in which a wave changes direction as it passes from one medium to another? That would be refraction. You should write good questions when you take a month to do it. Well, okay. Yes,
That's
sure.
fair. That's fair.
Sure. Just gonna save it writing over 100 questions every week.
Just because we're not writing for Gentleman Octopus doesn't mean we're not writing.
Oh, we're always writing for Gentleman
Yeah.
Octopus, though. And these are the cream of the crop. These are the best ones. Everybody else, they don't get bad ones or anything like
get the
that.
B or C
but,
tier.
But we really care about the octopus. It's a reflection of us, a refraction of
A
us.
refraction indeed. Randy Anagram time rearrange the following letters to form a 9-letter word. You got a rectal sin. RECTALSIN, and I clean that thing off before you put it in your mouth there, big boy. And you got a rectal sin. You got clarinets. You got an oboe, a saxophone.
All of those things.
Let's go for a scoring update. In 8th place with 6 points, we got Black Jaguars and Lions. Tied for 5th, 3 teams. The long-delayed Derps, Non-Fungible Tokens of My Affection, and Kanye West Nile Virus. Tied for 3rd, we've got 13 apiece for Team Coast to Coast and Sean Webb. And in 1st place for 14 points apiece, we have 3rd podium and Chris Rock, should have known not to say Macbeth, in a theater. But all is subject to change because it is music time.
It is music time. Let me pull up the music round. Round number 3 is your music round. You're going to hear 6 different clips. 1 point will be given for each correctly guessed title and 1 point for each correctly guessed artist. The theme, as always, is worth 2 points. We're going to drop the link to a Vocaroo page, which has a audio file containing your music clips tonight. Feel free to listen, rewind, and listen again, and you will have 10 minutes to submit your answers. So good luck with that. I'm going to move you on to this page where it says this is where you can find everything. Copied it. Go into Twitch. There you go. Go into YouTube. There you go. All right. Best of luck, everybody. You won't hear back from us until the 2-minute mark when we're just going to hippity hop on. And
Hippity hop on
and tell you how much time you have left. So
hang on 1 second. I'm still doing things because Facebook really doesn't make this easy.
I think it just doesn't like you.
It does not like me. So yeah, it's gonna be commenting as you now. Fun. It's gonna be under the McKinney Sizemore thing, but I'm gonna pin that. And we're good.
Okay, great. Best of luck, everybody. We'll see you soon. All right, everybody, just a little bit less than 2 minutes before we finish with the music round, so make sure you get your answers in just as soon as you can. Of course, we always want to make mention of how much time is left because the last 2 minutes go by a lot quicker than the first 8. Good luck. Get your answers in as soon as you can, and we'll see you soon.
See you in a bit.
All right, everybody, we're going to start the filler music back up since time is up. So get your answers in just as soon as you can, and this is probably the best time of the night to take a bit of a break, you know? Powder your nose, grab yourself a refill of your drink. I think I'm probably going to do that myself here in just a moment, and enjoy yourselves. We'll be back in just a little bit. In the meantime, please consider supporting us. We've already had support from Clara Fisher and Stephen Glassman. Thank you both very much. But you can support us at any of the following handles. We've got PayPal is ksizemore at hotmail.com. Venmo is at McKinney-Sizemore. Cash App is #McKinney Lee Sizemore. You can do any one of those. Just thanks very much. Showing up, being a supporter.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. All right, everybody. Just one more round left in tonight's game. But before we start with our last round, we'll show you the answers from round number 3. I'm going to make us disappear because it's another one of those double images. Song number 1, we gave you Sex Bomb by Tom Jones and Moose T. Of course, you know.
Tom Jones just hanging out there.
You know, I figured if we were going to use a song called Sex Bomb, if he took the picture, he wanted it seen. So, we're going for it. Song number 2, TJ.
Song number 2 was El Paso by Marty Robbins.
Gunfighter ballads, Breaking Bad, all those things.
Breaking Bad.
Song number 3, you had Rocky Raccoon by the Beatles. I think if we sing like 3 more seconds, we owe a lot of money.
But if I do the do-do-do's.
That might be fair use. I don't know.
Song number 4 was Can't Fight the Moonlight by Leanne Rimes.
I see what you're doing there. Can't fight the moonlight. Song number 5, Color My World by Chicago. I love that scene in The Simpsons where Homer's running the bar.
You love a scene in The Simpsons? Who would have thunk it?
Anyway, yes. And song number 6, our last one.
Ordinary People by John Legend. And what did that give us? Gave us best picture winners, but not the ones maybe you wholly expect.
Yeah, probably not Marty and Tom Jones. That'll usually
exactly.
come up. We've covered how Tom Jones is one of the ones that it's like people are, really? That one? Okay.
I guess.
You do you.
I guess.
But yeah, Tom Jones, Marty, Rocky, Moonlight, Chicago, and Ordinary People. Best Picture winners. I'm sure someone's done a Best Picture winners theme. I'm sure I've even played one where somebody's done a Best Picture winners theme.
I'm pretty sure we've done one before.
It's very possible. I don't think we were reinventing the wheel, but no. I certainly had fun putting it together, and of course was inspired by totally uneventful night of television.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
8th place we have with 10 points, Black Jaguars and Lions, the long-delayed Derps with 24. Tied for 26. In 5th place we had Non-Fungible Tokens of My Affection and Kanye West Nile Virus. Tied for 3rd with 27 we have Team Coast to Coast and Sean Webb. 2nd place, 28 points for 3rd podium, and in 1st place by a single solitary point. Chris Rock should have known not to say Macbeth in the theater, but it is subject to change with the last round.
It is subject to change, and we do have the last round. All of these words he speaks are true. We are ruminaries.
They are the true truths.
All right, moving on to round number 4, the final round, starting with question number 1. The works of Welsh illustrator Ralph Steadman, seen on the following redacted slide,
Yep, there it is.
are most associated with a 1971 novel subtitled A Savage Journey to the Heart of the American Dream. Identify either that novel or its author. Hey, Invader Steven picking up on the Vincent Price. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Moving over to your images. So these are illustrations by Ralph Steadman, most associated with work on a 1971 novel subtitled A Savage Journey to the Heart of the American Dream, which is actually printed up there in the top right corner. Identify either that 1971 novel or its author with whom Steadman is associated. That's question number 1.
Question number 2. What name is shared by an original character from a 2021 series who first reveals themselves in an episode titled The Variant, and a woman whose love titles a 2020 film starring Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha? So what name is shared by an original character from a 2021 series who first reveals themselves in an episode titled The Variant, and a woman whose love titles a 2020 film that's starring Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha? Name that name. That's question
Name the
2.
name.
Name the name, yep.
Name it.
Name it.
Poke. Question number 3. A combination of magnesium and iron principally composes and gives its adjectival name to what type of rock? That includes the igneous gabbro and basalt, contrasted in some ways with felsic rocks. Felsic rocks are somewhat contrasted with what other type of rock that is principally composed and named for its combination of magnesium and iron? That's question number 3. Give us that adjectival name. TJ.
Question number 4. The Ustalago family encompasses around 200 different types of what plant bacteria that blights crops such as wild rice, corn, and sugarcane, though not with anything as tastelessly explicit as the name suggests. Once again, the Ustalago family encompasses around 200 different types of what plant bacteria that blights crops such as wild rice, corn, and sugarcane, though not with anything as tastelessly explicit as its name suggests. What is that type of bacteria? That's question 4.
Question number 5. June 10, 1982, marked the passing of what woman who was repeatedly depicted by her famous Catalan husband in works such as those seen on the following slide? So the works here on this slide depict what woman who passed away on June 10th, 1982. She was the subject of many works painted by her Catalan husband, including the ones seen on this slide. Who is she? That is question number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Question number 6. When the new Seattle NHL franchise was still searching for its identity, what would-be alliterative name referencing a specific type of migratory animal was taken off the board due to a copyright held by Jamie Davenport, a hockey romance novelist known for crashing the net, body checking, and skating on thin ice. Crashing the Net, Body Checking, and Skating on Thin Ice are novels by Jamie Davenport, who held a copyright to what would be alliterative name for the Seattle NHL franchise. That's question 6.
They then had to take off the
They had to take that out of the board.
Take off the table. I like with the widescreen webcam there. Question number 7. Otto Friedrich Ludwig von Bayern served from 1832 to 62 as the first king of what European country, though perhaps not the one you'd expect, preceding future rulers such as the long-lived George I. George I was the second king, and I'll give them that, was the second king of what European country?
How graceful.
Which was first led by Otto Friedrich Ludwig von Bayern from 1832 to 1862. That's just the name of the game. Identify the European country. Not the one you'd expect. Question number 7.
And this is your final question of the evening. The lowest point in Africa, Lake Assal or Honey Lake, is located within what country? That, in addition to its capital, contains the cities of Tajura, Obak, and Dikal.
Dikil.
Dikil?
Okay. I think so.
The lowest point in Africa, Lake Assal or Honey Lake, is located within what country? That, in addition to its capital, contains the cities of Tajura, Obak, and Dikil. That is question 8. What African country is that? That's question 8.
Hit it with the recap. Question number 1. Once again, the works of illustrator Ralph Steadman, as seen on the following, or the current, rather, redacted slide, are most associated with what 1971 novel? Or you can give us the author of said novel. These are those illustrations, primarily associated with a certain 1971 novel. Name that novel or its author. That is question number 1.
It is indeed. Question number 2. What name is shared by an original character from a 2021 series whose first reveals themselves in an episode titled The Variant? And a woman whose love titles a 2020 film starring Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha. What is the shared name in both those series and films? That's question 2.
Question number 3. A combination of magnesium and iron principally composes and gives its adjectival name to what type of rock that includes the igneous gabbro and basalt, contrasted in some ways with felsic rock. So again, felsic rocks are contrasted with what other type of rock principally composed of and named for their concentration of magnesium and iron. That's question number 3.
Question number 4. The Ustalago family encompasses around 200 different types of what plant bacteria that blights crops such as wild rice, corn, and sugarcane, though not with anything as tastelessly explicit as its name suggests. What plant bacteria is that? That is question number 4.
And question number 5. June 10, 1982 marked the passing of what woman who was repeatedly depicted by her famous Catalan husband in works such as those seen on the following slide. This might be the one rare instance where first name only is acceptable.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, what is the name of the woman depicted in this pair of works? She passed away in June 10, 1982, and was a muse for her Catalan husband in many other works, including those seen on the following on the current slide. That's question number 5. And here's number 6.
Question number 6. When the new Seattle NHL franchise was still searching for its identity, what would-be alliterative name referencing a specific type of migratory animal was taken off the board due to a copyright held by Jamie Davenport, a hockey romance novelist known for crashing the net, body checking, and skating on thin ice? So what would-be Seattle franchise name was taken off the table? That's question 6.
Question number 7. Otto Friedrich Ludwig von Bayern served from 1832 to 62 as the first king of what European country, though perhaps not the one you'd expect, preceding future rulers such as the long-lived George I. George I was the second king of what European country, first led, at least as a kingdom, by Otto Friedrich Ludwig von Bayern from 1832 to 1862. What's the name of that European country? That's question number 7.
And question number 8. The lowest point in Africa, Lake Assal or Honey Lake, is located within what country that, in addition to its capital, contains the cities of Tajura, Obak, and Dikil? What is that country? That's question number 8. And get your answers in, because, baby, it's the last round. We're about to crown ourselves a winner. Be sure to be back in just a few minutes, and we will see you in a bit.
Best of luck. All right, everybody, time to take a look at the results and the answers from round number 4.
That would be the thing. Yep. Go ahead.
Question number 1. The works of Welsh illustrator Ralph Steadman, seen on the following redacted slide, are most associated with the 1971 novel subtitled A Savage Journey to the Heart of the American Dream. You could give us either the name of that novel or the name of its author. Everybody got this. That is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Hunter S. Thompson. Yeah, Ralph Steadman's stuff is quite trippy. Absolutely perfect for that milieu.
Question number 2. What name is shared by an original character from a 2021 series who first reveals themselves in an episode titled The Variant, and a woman whose love titles a 2020 film starring Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha? That is Sylvie.
Yep. Sylvie, the variant from the series Loki.
Yep.
And Sylvie's love, Tessa Thompson and Nnamdi Asomugha. What were you saying? Former all-pro defensive back, Nnamdi Asomugha.
Former member of the 99 Club in Madden once upon a time.
Whew.
Yeah, when he was with the
That's
Raiders,
some
he
rarefied
was
air.
a beast.
Moving on to question number 3. A combination of magnesium and iron principally composes and gives its adjectival name to what type of rock? That includes the igneous gabbro and basalt, concentrated in some ways with felsic rocks. Well, felsic is feldspar and silicon, which is why it's fel-sic. Makes sense. Mafic is magnesium and iron is mafic. M-A-F-I-C. To the team that said M-A-F-E-I-C, gave you credit for it. Good job figuring it out.
Question number 4. The Ustalago family encompasses around 200 different types of the plant bacteria that blights crops such as wild rice, corn, and sugarcane. But not with anything as tastelessly explicit as the name suggests. That is smut.
Yep, just straight smut, my friend.
Straight smut.
Question number 5. June 10, 1982 marked the passing of what woman who was repeatedly depicted by her famous Catalan husband in works such as those seen on the following slide? Nearly everybody got this. Well done. That is, and I'll hide this for a second, Gala Dali. That is Dali's wife, Gala. She's on the sale there in Christopher Columbus's Discovering America. And I can't remember the long title of the one on Abraham Lincoln. But, yep, there's Gala Dali.
And question number 6. When the new Seattle NHL franchise was still searching for its identity, what would be alliterative name referencing a specific type of migratory animal was taken off the table due to a copyright held by Jamie Davenport, a hockey romance novelist known for crashing the net, body checking, and skating on thin ice. This was a big deal when it happened because the far and away the most popular...
It was the presumed favorite.
The most popular among people was the Seattle Sockeyes. Yep. And they could not use it because of Jamie Davenport's copyright, because they would have to pay her a bunch of money.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see on the left side of the spine there, it says Seattle Sockeyes circle R. She trademarked that, and I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
If she created it, absolutely. You deserve
absolutely,
that.
yeah.
And I mean, they could have definitely gone with the Sockeyes and made a deal, but...
I prefer Kraken.
Kraken's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Kraken's
especially the way they went about with the branding. It's really good.
Question number 7. Otto Friedrich Ludwig von Bayern served from 1832 to 1862 as the first king of what European country, though perhaps not the one you'd expect, preceding future rulers such as George I. Otto was the first king of Greece. King Otto I. The Bavarian as hail King Otto I was the first king of Greece.
And your final question of the evening, the lowest point in Africa, Lake Assal or Honey Lake, is located within what country that, in addition to its capital, contains the cities of Tajura, Obak, and Dikal? That is Djibouti.
Yeah. You can absolutely find your asshole in Djibouti. That's where it's at. Lake Assal, by the way, is like not only the lowest point in Africa, it's the third lowest point on land on the entire Earth. Like, the second one, I believe, is the Dead Sea, and then it's the Sea of Galilee, or I might have those flipped around. But Lake Assal is down there, for sure. But that's it.
Let's go to the leaderboard to figure out where we at. In 8th place with 12 points, we have Black Jaguars and Lions. Tied for 6th with 31 points, we have Team Coast to Coast and Non-Fungible Tokens of My Affection. In 5th place, 32 points for the Long Delayed Derps. We have a 3-way tie for 2nd place. Always good to have a 3-way in 2nd. 3rd podium, Sean Webb and Kanye West Nile Virus, all with 33 points. And our winners with 36 points tonight is Chris Rocksha, known not to say Macbeth in a Theater. Congratulations to Chris Rocksha, known not to say Macbeth in a Theater. Well done on your 3-point victory. Thank you, everybody, for showing up this week. We are very likely not going to have a stream next week because of the finals of the NCAA basketball tournament, but we should be back at it right after that.
Yeah, don't want to compete with that.
No. No, and I probably want to watch that.
Well, yeah, fine. You go ahead and do you, but I don't want to lose the viewership. Anyway, thanks very much for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate your support, and if you've, got it, and if you've got the mind to do so, please hit us up at Venmo at McKinney-Sizemore, PayPal is ksizemore at hotmail.com, and Cash App is #McKinney-Lee-Sizemore. Thanks for being patient with us. We really appreciate it, and we will see you just as soon as we can. Bye for now.
Bye for now.